what we're doing today is we're going to begin making the grab and go eggs, which are basically eggs scrambled with vegetables and put in a muffin tin, put in the oven. It's a good idea for a fast grab and go breakfast. And I started by taking out, it's 6 servings, so I started by taking out 5 eggs, letting them sit, letting them be room temperature. I then started caramelizing onions, which in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which in a moment I'm going to add these tomatoes, and I'm going to mix it all together. And very last I'm going to add the spinach, just enough to like wilt it a little bit, and 3 of the Polly-O part skim mozzarella sticks for a little cheesy flavor. I'm basically going to mix that all up, spray the muffin pan with a bit of cooking spray, and pour the egg mixture in. And let's see, let me preheat my oven. I'm just going to preheat it to 350. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, and basically just cooking now these ingredients. I want them to be well cooked so that they'll be nice and tasty, because you know the eggs only take a little bit to cook. I'm not really sure how long to cook the eggs. It's kind of an experiment. I'm doing it sort of on the fly, and I will edit the video probably in iMovie and have it come out right. All right, I'll get back to you soon and let you know how it turned out. All right, so I'm going to add my tomatoes. I kind of heated up the skillet a little bit more because the tomatoes are a bit cold. It's probably a good idea to kind of let everything sit out and become room temperature, but you know, I just cook. I don't do too much fancy stuff. So I just really want the tomatoes to kind of, while the onions continue to caramelize, I just want the tomatoes to sort of melt so that they're colorful and tender and yummy. Every once in a while what I'll do is maybe I'll like taste a little piece of onion or a little piece of my veggies as I'm cooking them, just to make sure that they're holding up on their salt and pepper flavor. And if they're not, I simply just add a little bit more salt and pepper. Alright, be back for the next stages in a few. So as you can see, the ingredients are pretty, you know, they're pretty caramelized. I added a little more salt and pepper, and I added turmeric because I love to cook with turmeric. You basically can just season this however you want. I'm going to put in a little garlic powder because who doesn't love garlic? And you could always use fresh garlic. I'm just being a little lazy about that today. But so I turned the flame down. I'm adding the spinach in, and again, I everything is pretty much cooked. The spinach, I just want to incorporate it and wilt it a little bit. And just keep in mind, since you're mixing this with you know, eggs, you have to let this cool to room temperature, because the hot food will actually go in and cook the eggs. So the spinach, you know, the flame is off now, and the spinach is kind of cold. I've opened up some windows in here because my lovely New York apartment gets such good heat, and it's nice and cold outside, so I can let some of that cold air in. And so this is kind of what the mixture is going to look like. Of course, I'll cut up the string cheese into little, you know, chunks. And basically I'm going to add this mixture of veggies to the eggs before I pour them into this muffin tin sprayed with cooking spray. All right, we are probably going to get back with each other once these are probably maybe going in the oven or coming out. I'm not sure. Anyway, all is good. Okay, so if we take a look at this, everything's in here now. So it's 5 eggs. It's all that caramelized onions and tomato with the little bit of wilted spinach, and you can even see the little bits of Parmesan cheese. And it's an odd color. I do like a lot of turmeric. Excuse me. I do like a lot of turmeric in mine. I just like the flavor, and it's really good for you. And so I try to get it into as many things as I can make it work in. And, you know, the fun thing about recipes is this is just an idea. You can basically make it with whatever you want. Some people might want to put meat in it even, or turkey bacon, or sausages, or something like that. However you want to do it, or use whatever kind of cheese you want. I'm trying to make it a little bit more on the lighter side and really make it chock full of vegetables and color. So I'm going to make an attempt to get this mixture into my muffin pan and put these in the oven. And like I said, I'll let you know how long I cook them, because that's something that I'm not even really sure of, as I've never done this before. All right, folks, my timer just went off. I think I set it for like 15 minutes instead of 17. I went online and kind of looked to see what the average is for cooking eggs in the oven, and it came up with 17 minutes. So my timer went off. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my eggs. They look good. I see. I don't know how done they are. I think also the timing might be a little bit longer for these eggs because there's so much sort of veggies and watery stuff in them. So I think they're a little underdone. I'm going to give them about another maybe 5 minutes, and I'll take them out then. But they look yummy, and they didn't overflow, which I was a little nervous about. 5 minutes is up. I'm taking them out no matter what at this point. They're definitely going to be done now. I'm not taking any chances with them being overdone. Oh, look, they've puffed up a little bit. Yeah. They look yummy. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, give them a little test with my fork, and see how they taste as soon as they cool enough. Scratch that. I tested them with my fork, and I'm going to let them go ahead for another 5 minutes. That's going to be... Let's see, I did 15, then 5. It's going to be actually 20 minutes altogether, and I think that the variation is basically because I have a lot of fresh vegetables that carry a lot of moisture in them, and that's why the extra cooking is necessary to avoid them from being sort of watery and soggy. So, okay, these are done. It smells delicious. They're all puffed up, as you could see. Sorry for my camera work. They look and smell absolutely delicious. I wish we had smell-o-vision right now, but they look lovely. So I'm literally just going to let them cool, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and devour 2 of them. And still trying to figure out how to make my little iMovie. And I'm having so much fun, and this is going to be so delicious, and I will be posting more and more recipes as I make them up and develop them and keep working on eating healthy and losing more weight. See you soon. Okay, I just have to add a couple of things because there were a couple of mistakes I made in explaining what I was doing. Also, I just like to mention that the measurement came out a little bit off because I actually had enough for an extra muffin, which I ended up cooking in the end. And I also mentioned in there that I was using Parmesan cheese when it was really part skim string cheese. And I also mentioned or messed up the math on the cooking time. It was originally set for 15 minutes. I added 5 minutes twice. So the entire cooking time was 25 minutes. Since I opened the oven a couple times in between, maybe you could adjust it to 23. You know, everyone's oven is different. So I would just do it accordingly and enjoy the delicious grab and go egg breakfast and have a great day.